Prosper202 Pro now allows you to add unlimited tracking variables to your campaigns. Let's take a look at how that gets set up. So we're here in step 1 where we define the traffic sources, and I'm going to work with a predefined traffic source called Google AdWords PPC. Let's click the variables option, and you'll notice that this pop-up comes up. These variables are already predefined, and this is something that I entered in before recording this video, but you can add as many tracking variables as you need. Let's delete these for now, and I'll explain exactly how this is set up. The first column is the name column, and this is the internal name that will show up only in your reports. So whatever you have here is just for you and no one else will see this. Externally, you have the parameters, and so over here I define campaign ID as CID, and then the value for the CID is this campaign ID token. Similarly, with ad group ID, I have AID with ad group ID, and then M for match type. I picked these names myself, so you can choose whatever you want here. They can be easy to identify, or you can make them as cryptic as you want. The placeholders are dependent on the traffic source that you're working with. So for example, these are Google AdWords value track IDs. If you're working with another ad network, you would use their particular tokens as the placeholders for here. So once everything is set up, you would save. And now whenever you create a campaign and select Google AdWords PPC, all the custom variables that you predefined will be already appended to your tracking link. Let me show you how that looks. Alright, so let's set up our tracking link. We're using direct linking, and then we'll choose our test campaign here. Direct link. And then for the traffic source, we'll pick the Google AdWords PPC account that we configured. And then we'll skip everything else and generate the tracking link. Once it's done, you can see the tracking link here, and notice that we have CID with the campaign ID as we defined, AID as ad group ID, and M as match type ID. And then we can also enter in our keyword, and we're set to go. This link can now be entered into your AdWords account.